To ask the First Minister how the Scottish Government plans to address the reported potential spending gap of £3.5 billion in its budget by 2026-27.
First Minister.
Well, of course, the spending review is balanced each year, so it's simply not true to claim that there is a £3.5 billion gap in our spending plans. What the spending review does show, however, is that in the face of rising inflation, our spending power will be significantly smaller in real terms than what was forecast just a few months ago. And what makes matters significantly worse is that the Tory government is denying Scotland both the powers and the resources to properly address this.
Murdo Fraser.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. The Finance Secretary confirmed yesterday that the Scottish Government's budget is today around £7 billion higher than was being forecast just 4 years ago. That's £7 billion extra from the UK Treasury that this Scottish Government wasn't expecting just 4 years ago. At the same time, both SPICE and the Institute for Fiscal Studies are telling us that we will see real terms cuts, thanks to this SNP government's choices, real terms cuts of 8% and more in the years ahead to education, to policing, to justice, to enterprise, to universities, to tourism, to trade promotion and to local government. How on earth did this SNP government manage to turn an extra £7 billion from Westminster into such savage cuts?
First Minister.
I think Murdo Fraser should probably think twice about quoting the IFS, since they had to take to Twitter this week to correct things that he was saying on social media. The facts are deeply uncomfortable and inconvenient for the Conservatives, but they continue to be the facts. So this year, and I believe these are actually Scottish Fiscal Commission figures, the Scottish budget in real terms is 5.2% less than it was last year. And over the 4 years of the spending review,
we will hear the First Minister. First Minister.
Projected to grow in real terms by 2% at a time when inflation is hitting 10%. So that is the reality. It is also the reality and a fact that the size of the Scottish Government's budget is largely determined by decisions taken at Westminster. So if he wants the Scottish Government to have a bigger budget, then I'll say the same to him as I said to Douglas Ross. Either have a word with your bosses at Westminster, or better still, back this Parliament having full fiscal and financial control over our own budgets.